You know, I told myself I would not let this get me angry, and yet here I am about to rant.
Give me your wig, give me your wigs. You don't know what to do with it. Give me your wig.
Make sure that you're going to patreon.com/AsianExpression and checking out the article that I just wrote on this topic. I honestly did not expect this topic to win because I feel like I talk about it so much, but my patrons voted on it and this is the one that won, so go over there and check it out. But basically what is on Patreon is what I'm going to be talking about in this video anyway. So yeah, I know that Dave Chappelle, like, he is jumping for joy right now because of the way that social media is reacting to this, whether it's good or bad. He's gonna get a lot of traction. That's what a lot of people, especially people like him who, that's what I said on Patreon, like, comedy requires you to use some type of brain function. It requires you to use some type of brain cells. What is very simple, what is very easy to do is to just say a bunch of controversial dumb shit, get on people's nerves, because you don't have to think. It's very simple. So yeah, I know that he's jumping for joy. I know that all the executives are jumping for joy, whoever signed contracts for his deal. I mean, this is what we passed up Monique for. All right, sis. So yeah, I know that all of the people involved with this project, they're very happy because the more people talk about it, whether you're dragging it or whether you're praising it, they're going to go back to Netflix, go check out what he's saying, and therefore more streams, more money in his pocket. But I literally could not resist. I mean, I made a video and I did an article about it. I could not resist talking about this. So full disclosure, I did not watch the whole comedy special because Dave Chappelle does not, will never give me a reason to. That's just on period. I just wanted to speak specifically about a small clip that I saw going viral on social media. And honestly, the purpose of this video is not to just single out Dave Chappelle, because a fool by himself is just a fool by himself, right? But if the fool gets other people to move in conjunction with, in harmony with him, that's a whole army, and that's when we have to be scared. That's you see what I'm saying? That's when we have reason to be concerned. So the specific clip that I'm talking about, because I'm sure there's a whole bunch, I mean, over his career, you don't even have to just focus on this special, but over his whole career, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of dumb shit that he said. But this clip specifically, he was, I don't know if he went to some producer's office or something, and they told him, you can't say the F word, faggot. And he basically asked, well, why am I not allowed to say it? And the woman said, well, because you're not gay, you can't say that word on our network, you can't say the F word. So the whole argument was, well, y'all allow me to say the N word and I'm not a nigga either. And the dim-witted, empty-headed motherfuckers in the audience and also on social media, they just, oh my goodness, roaring with applause, because they just thought that was the most clever punchline ever. And honestly, I'm still sitting here waiting on the funny and I'm waiting on the punchline. That's my immediate response to that. And also what I put in the article is just like, yes, you are a nigga. What are you talking about? Like, bigoted, privileged people, that's exactly how they see you. I know the immediate reactions that I'm gonna get to this video is just like, oh my God, here Adrian comes again complaining about something else. But my whole idea is, it's not just Dave Chappelle, it's a lot of people, but I'm gonna focus specifically on the heterosexual black community or large segments of it. I don't understand how, I mean, once a white person or non-black person says the N-word, I mean, we got all these think pieces. I mean, we got all these threads on social media just breaking down why, you know, how we reclaim the word, and why, if you're not black, it really doesn't make sense for you to say it. It's offensive for you to say it. Why would you even want to say it in the first place? I mean, y'all can break that shit down. But when it comes to faggot, when it comes to the F word, all of a sudden now we're too sensitive. Here comes the alphabet crew yet again. It's just a word, and it's just like, I don't know, I don't see how y'all can't see that the very same sentences, the very same hoops that you're jumping through to try and defend your homophobia, that's the same sentences, those are the same corners that these racist white people, these racist non-black people try to cut when they are trying to defend their use of the N-word. So, you know, I thought about it. I'm just like, the reason, and not only that, it's just every time these conversations happen, it's like y'all forget that black LGBT people even exist in the first place. So it's like, that's what I'm talking about when at least me, that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about intersectionality. Not only do I have to worry about these non-black people using the N-word, but I gotta worry about black people in my own community being homophobic and then trying to shut me up in the same way that white people try to shut y'all up whenever y'all get angry about them using the N-word. Like, I don't see how y'all can see that shit. It's clear as day right in front of your faces. And to try and downplay and diminish the LGBT community when there are black people, black LGBT people there, as if we understand that type of offense, that type of degradation. It's multi-layered, you know what I mean? It's multi-layered. So I thought about it, I was like, you know, the reason why y'all act like y'all blind, y'all act like you have no idea how it feels to be called a slur, especially from someone, especially coming from someone outside your community. The reason why you act like you're blind to that is because we're easy to shit on. That's it. The LGBT community is easy to oppress. I mean, when we're talking about like power dynamics, it's easy to shit on someone. It's easy to try and discredit, try and degrade someone, a whole community who is used to hearing shut up, it doesn't matter, y'all are too sensitive, get over it, it's just a word. It's easy. So that's what I'm saying when it comes to this type of comedy. To me, it's lazy as hell because it's not complicated, it's not complex, it doesn't take a lot of brain power, it doesn't take a lot of IQ points to step on a doormat. It doesn't take a lot of thinking, it doesn't take intellect to silence people who are used to being silenced, because not only do you get away with damn near murder, literally speaking, because that community is used to being silenced, no one will hold you accountable because those communities are not used to having any type of voice. And you would think that black people would be the first ones to be like, nah, let's stay away from that type of shit, because of how much you have experienced coming from non-black people and how much they've tried to take away and how many N-words they've tried to throw your way. You would think that they would be the first ones to stand up for your marginalized ass. But no, a lot of people who are oppressed, once they see people within their own group, what I'm talking about now is racial groups. So when they see a community within their own racial group who is even more oppressed, they're just like, you know what, let's step on them because it's funny. Let's step on them because no one will care about it. Let's step on them because we've been telling them to shut the fuck up. We've been telling them to act like they don't exist. We've been telling them to just keep that shit in the closet. Don't ever come out here with that gay shit. We've been telling them that. So what's my go-to? Oh, let me just shit on trans people. That's what Dave Chappelle loves to do, including a lot of these other comedians, trans people, gay people. And then of course, as I make these videos, I know, and as more people talk about it, there was a whole conversation going on social media. As this conversation opens up, it's just like we're the fun police. At this point, I know that's the perception. It's just like, damn, y'all can't take a joke. But to me, a joke is funny. You know, like there has to be some type of nuance. There's no type of navigation. There's no type of grace. It's just blatant ignorance. And like I said, it would be one thing if heterosexual black people did not care about white people using the N-word. Like that would be one thing. But for y'all to clearly understand power dynamics, for y'all to understand the different dynamics between a privileged group and a non-privileged group, and when the privileged group says, oh, that it's just a word, it's not that big of a deal, y'all need to sit y'all ass down, you got enough rights, why are y'all even mad about anything in the first place? You get mad as hell. Y'all up in arms, pitchforks, y'all about to cancel motherfuckers. Y'all ready to throw people out the window. But then when LGBT people, and I don't know, it seems like there's this disconnect between some members of the black hetero community and the LGBT community. Maybe some people think that LGBT community only consists of white people. Is that what I'm getting? Because even if it was out of respect for your own race, it's like y'all don't even acknowledge the black LGBT people, the black LGBT people that are around you, you know? And so when we hear shit like, oh, well, girl, you're too the same rhetoric, the same arguments that racists use against y'all ass, that y'all are using against the LGBT community, it's just like, what do y'all want? Do y'all want equality, or y'all want the power to shit on other people the way that y'all being shit on? I don't understand. And like I said, if someone is a racial minority and part of the LGBT community at the same time, these are the dynamics that they often have to think about over and over, and it will not let up. It's relentless. Like I said, the reason I'm making this video is not to just call out Dave Chappelle. It's to really, it's the reaction that really fucked me up. It was just like, y'all really thought he had some bright ass idea when he said that thing. I mean, anytime somebody gets up there saying, even a white person saying the N-word while rapping, it's such a huge problem. But God forbid I be black and LGBT and not want to hear your straight cis head ass, you know what I mean, say faggot. It's just like, oh, y'all are too sensitive. Where have I heard that shit before? Y'all are unoriginal. It's unoriginal, unfunny. It doesn't take a lot of brain power. Like I said, I could cut your brain into 1/114th. Okay, and it would require even less brain power than that to create these types of jokes or these types of comments. It's just, can we come up with something else? I know I'm coming off as that nigga that always has something to complain about, but especially it being Dave Chappelle and he's defending Louis C.K. for saying the N-word and all this. He doesn't have a great history in my book. But what I'm saying essentially is if the black heterosexual community can get so angry about non-black people saying the N-word, don't expect the black LGBT community to just sit down and take y'all saying the F word, girl. It's just, what did you expect? Y'all are doing the same damn thing. And not only do I have to worry about that word, but I gotta worry about the N-word coming from non-black people. Just if y'all could stop trying to look for people in your own community to step on, whether that be black women, whether that be black LGBT people, whether that be specifically black trans people, whether that be black disabled people, if you would stop trying to look for specific segments to shit on and just join together and defeat the enemy of bigotry as a whole, we would just be in a better place. That's what I think. It doesn't make you skilled to step on someone who's been used to being stepped on and been told to remain silent. Like, I don't know what y'all are getting this shit from, but I hated to see it. I promise you that I did. So please let me know. I know that there's gonna be a whole ass argument, whole lot of controversy going on in my comments, but that's the whole reason why I make these videos. I want to start a conversation. Let me know what you think about it. I wanna thank you all so much for watching. Let's get Dave Chappelle a sense of humor so that we all can have a good goddamn evening.